Welcome back, class. I am Mr. Betts, taking a break from animating, and this is Memestory, in which we go over an important topic that you're going to need to know for your test using the internet's greatest resource, meme videos and other funny clips. Yes, I know they're mostly just old vines. Today's topic, your test. Like it or not, it's test time.
No, I don't want to go! No! No!
And I'm not going to talk about making a reasonable and efficient study schedule, because chances are if you're watching this, you've already waited for the last minute. And unless you have a time machine, by the way, time travel is really dangerous and complicated. Endgame spoilers ahead.
Baby. Time travel!
So let's get into what you can do. One of the best things you can do is find an old version of the test. If it's a state test, especially a standardized test, those versions are online. So now you know what the test is actually going to look like.
Do I look?
You can practice by taking them and quickly identify which parts are going to give you the most trouble and focus on them. Certain eras, political cartoons, geography.
They always nothing. It's you. You're delusional. You're bipolar.
That is not correct.
You'll also get an idea for which specific questions they ask year after year. Seriously, 20% of standardized tests are really predictable. They'll ask the same questions every single time, sometimes using the same language again and again.
Hi, my name is Eminem. Your girl wanted Eminem, so I gave her an Eminem.
Oh my God.
Once you've figured out what you really need help on, watch videos on those units and chapters. Bigger picture is better because you're not going to need to know every single detail, and you'll also reinforce the other information. Time is short, and focusing too much on something small can have bad results.
She's beautiful.
Speaking of time, be aware of it and make sure you get some sleep. Studies have shown that lack of sleep impairs brain function, hurts retention, makes you more likely to read into question, and basically has your brain like this during the test.
Give it to me, I get no sleep 'cause of y'all. Y'all not gonna get a sleep 'cause of me.
And one last technique that has no scientific basis whatsoever and is probably just the placebo effect, but sleep with your notes under your pillow. I know it's stupid, but learning via this nocturnal osmosis has always worked for me. It's like the information just soaks into me during my sleep.
Hello?
And it's test day. You wake up feeling refreshed, optimistic even.
Man, today is great. Jim and Pam's relationship doesn't exist in real life.
Okay, yeah, you're still nervous, but you should have a good, healthy breakfast. You don't want your stomach growling during the exam. You want to stay away from processed sugar. Have like oatmeal, eggs, maybe some fruit.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon. Inside a watermelon.
And you may be tired, but resist the urge for coffee. You don't need that caffeine coursing through your veins. And even if it's decaf, for 30% of people, it gets the colon going, leading to this halfway through the test.
Dude, come look what just came out of my butt.
Ew, gross. I said I wasn't doing that anymore. Is that a whole carrot? Is that a whole carrot?
Yeah, and I don't even eat carrots.
That's crazy.
And you don't need to get to your exam insanely early, but early does allow you to quiz with your friends and may even lead to you getting a good seat.
Hey, I've been to Yale.
And the test has begun. Get ready, because we're about to jump into it. First, figure out what deserves your attention the most. Hopefully you know how much each section is worth, so you can figure out how much time and effort to give to each one. Nothing is worse than focusing on just one part only to find out it wasn't nearly as valuable as the others.
If you find the money, you get to keep it.
Okay.
Ready? Where is it? You get to keep it.
Let's go.
Let's talk about multiple choice. Always identify the distractors. Let's get rid of the ones that can't possibly be the right answers.
You
can't shoot me down with your arrows of lies!
And if you have absolutely no idea, the old when in doubt, see your way out kind of works if it's a computer-generated test. Those answers are random, and your version of random ain't nearly as random as a computer's version. So picking a default I don't know answer usually yields better results. But it doesn't have to be C, it just has to be consistent. Why not make it A? And should you ever change your answers? Well, yes. And right now I can hear your teacher screaming.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama.
Statistically speaking, if your gut tells you to change it, you should. But you're probably not gonna. Part of your brain is sticking to its first impression as well as subscribing to memory bias, only recalling the times that you did change your answer, it wound up being wrong, and regret had you like,
You were the chosen one!
oh, and if you see the words always or never, a single answer to the contrary makes this answer wrong. So watch out for this because...
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Wow, 2 prequel memes in a row. Now, if you're struggling with a question, just move on. Some other question in the test might jog your memory, and no single question is worth too much of your time. Focus on the whole test, not that one nagging question. Tell him, Mark.
You kind of need to remind yourself that you need to focus and try not to let stuff bother you as much as possible. But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human, still.
And whatever you do, keep your eyes on your own paper. Whether you are cheating or not, that's how it's gonna look, and you'll be dealt with accordingly.
Ralph, did you eat my tater tots? Ralph. Oh. Keep them.
Moving to the written portion, read the prompts and directions completely. If you breeze through it, you might have a completely different idea from what's actually going on.
Greg, pass this idiot.
Oh, and if you're taking a global history exam, leave the US out of it. Yes, I know technically the US is a part of global history, but now is not the time for that argument. But if you are taking a US history exam, be like this guy. Okay, so I'm about to tell you something again that your teacher is not going to like, so we have to be quiet about it.
She whispers just to you.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
On most final exams, spelling doesn't mean anything. Exam readers are looking for content, not spelling, so...
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator. Now that doesn't mean you get to write an indecipherable, incoherent mess. You should make a brief outline first, you should use proper spelling and grammar to the best of your ability, and you should give yourself some time to read through it. After all, your teacher can't grade what they can't read.
I had a grat Tim when I was chickacret. I had lost Ave mock-up on my FOSS.
And make sure you back up your claims with actual evidence. Without facts to back up your claims, they're just opinions. And opinions...
This is your opinion.
Okay, time's running out, so try to give yourself just enough time to go over your exam. Make sure you haven't left anything blank. Make sure you haven't made any stupid mistakes.
I am from every continent in Africa.
This must be that new geography. How many continents?
But the most important advice that I can give you is to believe in yourself. You've worked hard. You've studied hard. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for. And remember.
You got this, Travis. Make them wait for it. Boom.
So that's all I got. Good luck on your test, especially if it's your final. And if you like that video, click the button that lets me know and subscribe because I make a lot of history content that's actually enjoyable, even if you're not in a history class. Oh, and one last tip for success that isn't scientifically proven is to buy my merch, like this awesome Teddy Roosevelt shirt, linked down below, or to support me on Patreon, like these heroes over here. But seriously, I know you're gonna kill it on your finals. Let me know in the comments what you're studying for, how you did. Be safe, and I'll see you next time.